What's up guys, Eternal here, and today I'm going to show you how to play LeBlanc on the mid lane with the best build and rules, and I'm also gonna provide tips. We're gonna play against probably Smolder. You always wanna take W first, and the combo level 1 should be auto attack W and auto. That is enough to trigger your electrocute. And it's much easier to trigger against melee champions, but I'm gonna try against Smolder. So auto, and this immediately you back, because that's the way your W works. After casting W for the first time, you have 4 seconds, during which you can press W again to return to the place where you started casting your W. Next there's Q. That is your next combo, QW auto. Q applies a mark that gets detonated by your abilities applied at the enemy. So basically the next ability applied on marked enemy deals extra damage because it triggers the Q and it detonates the mark applied. So we do this. Somehow the chain missed, but I can still apply a lot of pressure. Make sure to auto right after Q. And it's okay, I took some damage, but you should focus on putting an enemy to low HP so you can try something. Now we're just gonna wait for electrocute. That is really important to have it. And ignite just to be sure, because an enemy flashes immediately. But since I got Electro, that was enough. Okay, make sure to apply W on as many minions as you can, because LeBlanc struggles with wave clear. Later, as you unlock ultimate, you can have a better clear, because the ult repeats recently casted ability.
Looks can be deceiving.
As for the passive, this is on cooldown, because after dropping to 40% HP, a clone appears, which you can control with Alt key. And when you drop below 40% HP, for 1 second you become invisible. Nice one. Should be able to get a second kill soon. Surprised, that's enough damage. Just make sure to keep connection. And you need to auto as well. So the way your E works, it initially deals damage and grants you true sight of the target, which means if they become invisible or camouflaged, you're still gonna see them. If they remain affected by your E for 1.5 seconds, they get rooted, taking extra part of the damage, which is actually more than initial burst, and we're gonna play with Dark Seal. So W wants to reach the lane faster.
Tricky, aren't you?
And once you apply E successfully, you just have to focus on remaining within the range. Make sure not to break the connection.
Trust me.
And here's ultimate. So like I mentioned before, it's really simple. Look, for example, I pressed W last time, and if I would press my ultimate now, I would just cast W again. Ultimate repeats recently casted ability. So it matters how you cast your abilities with your ult. For example, if you do the combo with Q, you won't be able to cast W twice. Which means when you start the combo, you have to make sure you're in safe position. The most damage from your combo comes from combining Q twice, so you press Q and ult. It also matters if you land your chain. In this case I use my W twice, and it might not be enough to kill Smolder. I'm actually gonna... I'm in range. Usually, if you have more time, you should apply Q first and then W. But here it didn't matter because Smolder was low HP. But your usual combo for single target burst would be W, E, Q and ult. So the way this combo works is you dash first with W. If you can damage with W is great. Else if not, you just W to close the gap. And you have to focus on applied E. So the chain applies, then you maintain connection. You press your Q and then you press your ult. Sometimes you can do double chain combo when chasing with your team. And look, that's an example of a really strong combo that deals tons of damage. I was on the edge of the E indicator, so I knew I had to apply it quickly, or else I wouldn't have the range.
Time to make an appearance.
So trying to be efficient with W, to clear faster, you can help yourself with Q and E when last hitting. And when your ult is available, you just do W and ult on full minion wave. The combo with W ult is also great in a teamfight when you manage to apply it against multiple targets. And in this case, I could even just ult to apply the second E, but I knew it wouldn't connect. Keep in mind, this E collides with minions, so you always have to get past through the minion wave.
Looks can be deceiving.
And it depends who you wanna burst. For example, if you wanna try to burst down Vayne, then you shouldn't use the combo with your W ult, because if your dash won't finish, there won't be any damage applied from W. So for example, if Vayne would just counter me, that condemn would just stop.
There's no escape.
Alright, let's help bot lane. I'm actually lower HP, but if I apply every part of my combo, it will be enough even with Yumi. So I get close first. I just do this, that works too. Because the combo is quicker, I will just auto in between. I wait out the exhaust and one more auto. This is why I play with attack speed rune for LeBlanc, because these auto attacks really matter too.
Where next?
And now I'm so fat. Okay, Shaco will just Q, right? There will be situations when you will have to just W back immediately and that way outplay. Remember that when you use W with ult, you're gonna have two places where you can land back within 4 seconds. And you're gonna have to memorize which dash was casted from W and which from ultimate. So with this skin, the one is blue and the second one is pink. And look, quick combo on the edge of indicator, we just ignite. But it's more difficult. It's rewarding, but you have to apply your chain, or else you won't be able to detonate the mark from Q. But when you land it, it's so satisfying. Okay, it's the clone.
Turret plating will fall soon. An ally has been slain.
Alright, Shaco. He underestimated me. I've got to say, he made a nice dodge with his ult, just in that moment.
Where
And look, it's so worth taking Dark Seal on LeBlanc. It maximizes your snowball potential. So you're gonna build Magi this game. Else, I would recommend going Shadow Flame. Some people play Storm Surge on LeBlanc, but Shadow Flame is great.
classic
It makes your damage crit. You could try to set up a trap, like waiting for someone to face check.
An ally has been slain.
Just make sure to outpush the wave first. And then you've got some time to try something.
patience.
This is an example of W ult. Like, I knew that I was initially far away with W, so I pressed it back.
Can be deceiving.
And you can sometimes choose to W and then ult appearing in two places within a short amount of time. Later the W cooldown drops, especially with Transcendence, and we can use it more often. And the basic combo without ult still deals a lot of damage, like you can QWE or WQE without so.
It's all smoke and mirrors.
LeBlanc has like 3 useful combos. I didn't wanna appear on this side because there was an enemy, so I just walked through.
Has destroyed a turret.
Got boots upgrade. Clearly, your kills need to have a meaning. You need to help your team in securing objectives, because LeBlanc alone can struggle to carry, especially if she falls behind. Here I pressed my E first and not the Q, because it was important to just chain Smolder as fast as possible.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Right where I want.
And you know, like I said, at this point I have low cooldowns. Now I'm gonna show you an example of fast clear.
Patient summoner.
So first you can, for example, apply Q on cannon. And if you're not setting up for a team fight, you can just wait 30 seconds and you get your ultimate again.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Full Smolder is building hard still where it's not gonna make a difference, as I have too much damage for him. I should have ignited. I can do this. I had Ludens.
Enemy killing spree.
Alright, so Shadow Flame next.
All smoke and mirrors.
Just make sure not to die when you have these Magi stacks. We're gonna have to prioritize combos at Kaisa. There's a threat enemy, just focus on that LB. Try not to waste your combo on some tank unless you're just going for a pickup, then you can apply Q with V. That's enough too. You don't always have to apply your W twice, as you have low cooldowns already. So you better keep your ult bet for killing Kaisa in this case, for example.
Team has destroyed a turret.
And when sieging,
Has destroyed a turret.
you can just get closer, apply full combo. And if you manage to reach the carry, then enemies will have to give up on objective. A turret, for example. You just need to pressure. You see an enemy on side lane, you try to get a kill or poke a bit. Look how much damage it actually dealt, the QE. And now Kaisa has to back even if she didn't die. So look, right now I pressed my Q, and I wouldn't be able to W from out. That means if I would do the combo and return, and they would just engage, that would be a huge problem. Well, see that? Oh, it's a clone, my bad. Still, I managed to kill Kaisa and dealt a lot of damage to them. So this works too. Oh, he wanted to reach with Q. Also, since Q has cast time, if an enemy enters bush and you just pressed your Q, it will actually cancel. And you gonna end up not applying this ability. So when chasing, make sure to W combo without.
Where next?
That's the best way to close distance, see that? Right in time, before a minion would get in my way and I wouldn't deal damage from E.
Killing spree.
I don't have enough range for my E on. Okay. Flash happened. And look, you can either ult or W.
An ally has been slain.
If I would maintain my connection, I would deal more damage to Kaisa, but of course in such moment I would be vulnerable to damage and LeBlanc is squishy. So it was better to back, and Pike finished off anyway. That's the first assist. Next you wanna get that cap to secure the lead. If you're behind, you will have to go an hourglass. But in my opinion, even when you're behind, it's still worth going for that cap, because this allows you to make a comeback in terms of damage, and that way you avoid falling off.
An enemy has been slain.
So she becomes invisible. That's why I didn't go for the Q combo. Okay, there he is. We should do Baron. And during that, I could make a trap. Okay, if he flashed initially, I didn't waste my old combo. Which means I can adapt.
Has destroyed a turret. The enemies in
Surprise. And as you could see, he granted true sight. Shaco's Q was useless. Are you actually doing this? Got 500 AP already. It's also crucial to get void stuff. So we're getting that last. Well, he's getting tanky, but it's not gonna be enough. See that? Absurd combo damage. And look. I'm gonna have my ult again. Wait, is that claw? No way. Okay, he's dead.
an enemy has been slain.
Also beware of stuns. If I would engage too early and Kai'Sa would be very close, that means they could actually shut me down. Okay, dragon next. Enemies lacking vision now, so it's really hard for them to play. They cannot contest any objectives, so it's free, and during this time, when your team does objectives, you can just
An ally has
apply
been
more
slain.
pressure. Just make sure not to overextend. See, or like this. Then we siege them.
Trust me.
Okay, so we focus Kai'Sa. That was enough already to kill her.
Team has destroyed a turret.
Patience.
Yay, 20 kills. She didn't manage to jump on Twisted Fate. Alright, thanks for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this and that you learned something on how to play LeBlanc in Season 15. So with these tips, you should do great with LeBlanc. If you enjoyed, you can like and subscribe. If you want coaching, you can let me know in the comments or on Discord. And also if you would like to see some other guide, just let me know as well. See you next time.